Thank you. And then like there are like aspects of the rest of the debate where it was like, as you could tell, like a little bit jarring just watching the ping pong ball between like a few people, and you're just like, all right, what's going on? And there were also a few times, FYI, where I just started talking, being like, hey, I'd like to add something there, and my mic was like not on. Like it's the sort of thing where it's not like if you just start talking, like it all of a sudden like takes over the convo. It's like I was talking and like nothing was happening. It was so that happened a bit too. Though I don't hate the entire media marginalization of Andrew Yang narrative that will now take hold. It's like not the worst thing in the world that happened to us. So it's like it's like and the fact that we have these other bites of the apple. Make it so that like there are things that gravy out of. That's beautiful, man. Well, you didn't hear him. What he said is your substance is like emotional, and that makes me so happy. I actually had I had some like stuff that I could have thrown in about like it's like one of the goals is to mainstream the values of this campaign, and then at some point humanize ourselves to a higher degree. It's like I joke that we're starting with the head, and then we're going to move to other body parts over time. But thank you, man. That makes me very happy that you think our substance is emotional. That makes me really appreciative.
Yes.
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 Moving forward, I think a lot of people are going to react to media as, it's socialism, it's a handout, etc. And so I guess my major wondering is, to you, what would you say is your biggest, most important policy that isn't respect?
I think the biggest policy I'd have that's not the freedom dividend would be to redefine our economic measurements to include mental health and life expectancy and income and affordability and clean air and water and like, because if you change that framing, then you change everything. And if we keep worshiping the wrong measurements, then we're just going to fall them off a cliff. And so it's like a profound, and like it would filter to everything. If you said it's like, economic progress actually like is measured by whether or not like convicts can be reintegrated into society or like things like that would be core. So that's like a big idea that is not the freedom dividend. I think would be a huge difference maker. Yes, women among us. I'm calling a bunch of dudes, and we got like sure thing.
So next debate.
Use this one.
So next debate, some issues or question about like climate change. When they ask other questions, you should jump in to answer the question.
No, I agree, and like again, like there were times when I was like, hey, I wanted to make a contribution to climate change or education or other things, and like my mic didn't work. Like your mic's actually not on, and so I would just start talking, and then like the moderators would just like ignore and it doesn't matter. So the moderators have a fair amount of power and authority, including someone in production is like turning on a mic or not. So there is like. So I agree with you that like I should be interjecting and making more contributions, and I'll certainly look to do that in the next debate. But there were at least a few times where I tried to do that tonight, where I quite literally felt somewhat it's like sort of mechanically restricted, shall you say?
Like you did that to Ron Paul.